and I feel like he my shepherd. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The street.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll keep our eye on A.J. Terrell, who's had quarterbacks numbers all season, coming down with 7 picks. It's the Lions and the Vikings, and it comes your way next.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we hit week 10, and we've got a good one in store. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100 plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in week 3. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The Lions at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both. Won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And even though it's the offense with the ball now, how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout. It was really more like a no-hitter because he absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle. An absolute masterpiece. I think he had to unload that one before we wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Breaking through to drop him, that's Perion Winfrey. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Cook again. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. To try here for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Ready.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Black one, opposite, green, blue, check.
Now Cook running right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Ready, break.
Now a play fake here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook and the offense heading back out. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. He can only get a yard after all that. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. They'll try the middle with Cook. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Cook out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Check pitch, check right, black lock, opposite, green.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Touchdown, Vikings! touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
Ready.
On second down, it's Cook again. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play.
Here we go.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 6. Back to throw again. Forced out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a dump off here complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. looking to throw. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Sly able to put this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's got this complete to Williams. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going up top. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Defense.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it. Past the halfway point of the season, and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, but I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. And it's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Caleb Chason, the former first-rounder, in there to get the sack.
And that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. They will run straight ahead with Swift. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. 2nd and 6 from the 10. They'll run right here with Swift. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Back to throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And this one is right through. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get a ball in the end zone.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Cook up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you start.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side knows about their strategy.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Second down at 6 now from the 42. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 33 yards that time. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tommy Tremble, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So now the Lions down 24-20. A minute 47 on the clock. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. And that's caught by Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. He's back to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Back to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. That pass caught. It's Williams. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. On second down, Swift. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He's got Smith-Schuster, and they're going to get this up to midfield. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete, so no miracles here on the final play, and this ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky.